Hello, all my chickadees. Welcome back. It is live stream time. Woo! I am like excited. We're going to be playing some You and Him. Uh, You and Him chapter 4 just dropped. I thought I played chapter 3. Apparently, I didn't. I thought I did, but what happened was the creator has been working on You and Him, but also was working on a prequel series called uh, You and Him Kane. And we played Kane, and I think in my head I thought that was the third chapter, and I so we haven't played chapter 3, and chapter 4 just dropped along with the remastered edition. So I'm like, I want to play like chapter 3, but at the same time I want to go back and see all the glorious changes for the remaster. Because the remaster, I think they tweaked the script a little bit, but also the art has been updated. And oh my gosh, it looks so good. But anyway, hello! Welcome in. We are going to, first off, do something new. We're going to appreciate some fan art. I can't believe I didn't think about doing this sooner. But there I have been getting like amazing fan art over the years. Like we're almost made it to 3 years, and I'm going to start doing this every Wednesday. We're going to be showing off a piece or two of fan art. And hello! Welcome in, Renata. How are you? Just in time to see the fan art of the week before we start. Um, the first fan art we're going to show is this one. This is by our very own Ohilia. This one makes me chuckle every time I see it. This, because if any of you guys like check out some of my videos where really get into trying to figure things out, I'm like, I have a theory. I have a theory. And they took it literally. We got a theory shirt now and a lovely little sign that says I have a theory. And I want that shirt. I want that shirt. I really do want a theory shirt and just snuggle it on. Hello. But this is by Ohilia. They did such a wonderful job. A lot of you guys probably recognize the name. Ohilia is a frequent flyer. She shows up for most all of the streams, and I'm very grateful for this lovely piece of art. She's actually given me some others, so look forward to that in the future. And then I want to show off one more, because this is the first week. We need to see more than one, right? Right? Okay. And the second one, ta-da! Is this glorious piece of art. This is by Crescent. Crescent is a frequent flyer as well. You can meet all these lovely people and submit your own fan art if you wish over in my Discord. The link is up in with the other links. But look at this. That's such a lovely pose, and we have a little halo. Because we're just a sweet, innocent baby. We've done nothing wrong in our life. Don't look at my AO3 browser history. No. My fanfiction history is between me and a greater being. So. But this is so cute. Look at the colors. It actually has wings going on here. I think they said they were seeing how it would look if we had like long sleeves, because actually you can't tell right now, but we actually have short sleeves. But this is really cute. It kind of makes me want to change the design in a way to have a nice snuggly for winter. But thank you, Crescent. Thank you, Ohilia. I love your fan art. I always appreciate them. Kitty, you gonna do a big jump? Kitty thinking about a big jump. You gonna do it? You gonna do it? Oh, there he goes. Okay. All right, we're gonna dive on in. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Hey, what you do? Hello, Ohilia! You just missed the fan art moment. I showed off your fan art. I showed off your one of your fan art and one of Crescent's fan art. um it was the theory shirt. But we are going to be playing You and Him. As I said just a little bit ago, I thought we already played there we go. Whee! I thought we already played chapter 3, but I think in my brain I thought we did because we played You and Him Kane. So we haven't played chapter 3. And chapter 4 just dropped. But also the remaster dropped. So the script has been tweaked a little bit, and okay, I thought somebody was yelling. But also the art has been updated, so it's like amazing. So we are just going to dive on in. I think we could just start from the beginning, right? We can start from the beginning and enjoy the glorious art, because this is literally dropped last night. So we are going to play from the beginning. I still love that crunchy. Alright. Those who abandon the will of their God will face his divine judgment, and their spilled blood used to enrich the soil of the world. Okay, sorry. No, I didn't get to finish it. Okay. Yay, presents. Fan art is so cute, especially the one of your emo model. Yeah. Yes. I didn't show Crescent's newest one because so I showed an older one, but that one is actually fan art for a visual novel I'm working on, but I think I'm gonna show it next week. Minnow, Nevada. Oh, look at it! It's glorious! Ah! The purple-haired singer offers the crowd a beatific smile paired with a small wave. They scream his name, fans clamoring to get closer, past the lineup of security creating a barrier with their bodies. A few of them try reaching around the line of defense, their fingers desperate and outstretched, clawing at the empty air. We love you! Please marry me! Have my babies! The cacophony of voices make his ears want to bleed. He resists the urge to curl his lip in disgust. They're all so fucking annoying, placing him and his band mates on a pedestal for a simple fact they're attractive and can carry a simple tune. The world around him proves how shallow every single being on this planet is. Day after day, city after city, target after target. There's not a single person out there whose line of thinking he can't predict. Not a single person who stands on equal grounds with him in the slightest. They're all fucking worthless. Though some people are worse than others, their very existence defiling the sanctity of the world. And those are the people he swore to enact his divine judgment upon. An oath written in blood. The purple-haired singer moves with his bandmates towards the awaiting bus, ready to ship them off to the next destination, when he feels a buzz in his pocket. Oh my god, look at that! Adam, wow. I think all this is new, right? Because we didn't start off with this. We started off, like, the prologue. Literally, you're in the middle of the desert. And we're the MC. character. This is new. Holy crap, I love this. Oh my gosh, what are you guys saying over this? By the ooh, who is this? This is Adam. That earring screams Omega. I mean, maybe he does want to be dominated. He hasn't figured it out yet. This is Adam. Adam is a murderer who becomes a little obsessed. I think he's a little uncomfy about his sexuality. He hasn't woken up to it yet. Yes, so this game, we have played it on the channel before, but it's been remastered, so we're checking that out now. Alrighty. Bump it up, it up, bump, bump. Ah! Okay, hang on, move that. Dip it up, hang. I forgot to pull up chat. There we go. He pauses at the bottom step of his tour bus, glancing down at his phone. It's a text, or rather an alert. The purple-haired singer smirks as he skims over the details, studying the location, name, and basic information given to him by an unknown number. But he knows full well who this number belongs to. A month's passed since he last received his text from them, and now he's eager to reach the touring band's next destination, Park Bend, Arizona. He hides a vicious smile as his bloodlust rises like the tide. Hey. Kane! Baby! Oh my gosh, I love... It's Kane! It's Kane! Yay! Okay. I'm good. I'm normal. I am calm. The purple-haired singer peers up from his phone, and another man stands atop the steps of the bus, looking down on him. The purple-haired singer can practically smell the smoke coming off his bandmate's clothes. He resists the urge to wrinkle his nose from the acrid scent. Disgusting. The purple-haired singer always hated that smell, and his hatred for it intensifies because the man standing in front of him and what he says next, his gravelly voice grating on the purple-haired man's nerves. Tired-looking man, I know your name. Let's go. You're holding up the bus. It's a command. As though he's got the fucking right to order him around. The purple-haired singer, without a sneer, withholds a sneer, knowing full well they've got an entire audience behind them, and he can't let his mask slip. Not till they're on the move again. The purple-haired singer gives the tired-looking man a smile as he plants a foot on the first step. Sorry, I got distracted. My bad. For anyone else, the purple-haired singer comes off across as apologetic, but the other man's eyes narrow, telling the purple-haired singer he's not fooled by his act, but he cannot say as much out loud or call him out for it. The tension between the two is palatable when they're finally standing on even ground as the purple-haired singer reaches the top step, forcing his bandmates to take a step back in order to make room for him. Oh, yeah, they're on the bus. You guys are about to get it. My tea is already cold. This is horrible. I need like a little tea warmer. Okay. They are part of a band called Cake. And they're keeping up their persona, you know, kind of like how K-pop idols and other groups do. They have to have this perfect persona in front of everyone else. So that's why he's got to hide it from the audience. The tour bus's door closes behind them, and the purple-haired singer's facade drops. He gets up in the tired-looking man's face, His response is to remain firm in his stance, despite the purple-haired singer grabbing him by the scruff of his shirt. Don't ever fucking order me around again, or I'll make your life a living fucking hell. The tired-looking man knocks the purple-haired singer's hand away and his gaze narrows. Traveling on the same bus with you already is. Ooh, snap. He is done. The purple-haired singer curls his lips and chucks the other man as he, shoulder checks the other man as he storms past, and there's a low whistle that comes from one of the seats. Mom, the kids are fighting again, and it's tearing our family apart. Jokes a different bandmate with an easygoing grin. The man's arms are laced behind his head while he remains seated on one of the plush leather couches, his legs spread out in the center aisle. The purple-haired singer knocks his feet out of the way with a shove of his boot. Oh, fuck off. You know, for as many times as you've told me that, I'm starting to think you need a swear jar. Maybe if you collect enough cash, you'll pay for some of the much-needed therapy pills. Oh, look, it's King. I remember him. I don't remember the other one's name. I am sorry. 3 out of 4 is not bad, right? There's a soft sigh as the man with the light blonde hair fixes himself a cup of tea within the tour bus's kitchen. Steam rolls off his cup in waves as he brings it to his lips before he speaks, his voice gentle and soft. Please behave yourself. I understand we're all tired, but agonizing one another isn't the way to go about things. We still got a long tour ahead of us, so please try to get along. So all these boys are working with one eye. Well, this one has 2. The purple-haired singer curls his lips in annoyance as he strides past them and towards his bunk. Oh, look, our Patreon fucking saint over here. Let's not fool ourselves into believing that's an actual fucking possibility, especially with Tweedledee and Tweedle dipshit over there. Adam, my god. Yep. I mean, Adam has these 2. Yeah, their eyes are, one of their eyes are covered, but the other 2 can see, so it's 50-50. Aw, aren't the pet names he gives us the cutest? The only downside is I can't figure out who is who. The easygoing bandmate grins at the perpetually tired-looking man. Do you want to be Tweedledee or Tweedle dipshit? Either way, it's getting embroidered onto a pillow! Okay, I freaking love him. Oh, I swear I remember this game, but it's either so different or I'm thinking of a different game. It has been a while since we played the beginning. I think we played part 3 a year ago? Or part 2 a year ago? So it has been a while. So we all need this. You can embroider? No, but when has my lack of knowledge on any given subject ever stopped me? The purple-haired singer doesn't hear the response from his tired-looking bandmate as he heads to the back lounge where he can get some much-needed peace and quiet away from the other band members. Look at that smirk! Holy crap! When he's out of sight, he draws up the details, all pertaining to you. Despite his tense interactions with his bandmate, he lets a cold and malicious smile find his way to his lips. He just can't fucking wait to get to the next city. Chapter 1! You. Okay, so they really did like move things around, because originally the prologue was us running into him in the desert. So it looks like that has moved to chapter 1, I'm guessing. Wait, who are we playing as? We are playing as you. I might need to turn that down a little bit. We are playing as you. Because it's him and you, and we're you. Oh, I didn't read that. Okay. Middle of nowhere, 3:32 p.m. Radio DJ. In other news, Cake, the hit boy band that's skyrocketing to popularity in recent years, is playing live tomorrow night at the Santa Valley Stadium in our very own Park Bend, Arizona. Can you believe that, Kenny? I'm absolutely ecstatic looking forward to their performance. The car's radio crackles, and a new voice joins in on the conversation, his tone coming across as both jovial and somewhat cartoonish. I'm more shocked by the fact you managed to score tickets for the correct concert itself, considering these reports. The other DJ clears his throat, and you can hear the rustling of papers as he continues. According to our sources, Cake's concert tickets were sold out within seconds of the initial online release date, despite the website crashing due to the overwhelming traffic visiting the stadium's website. Of course, they managed to get the site up and running again, but many were logged out and missed their chance due to the lack of foresight. The other DJ pipes back up. Oh, I remember the public backlash that came after it. People took to Twitter and got the hashtag #LetUsEatCake trending for over a week before the stadium came out with an official statement apologizing for the error. It caused quite the uproar. I'll say, I can't believe what I'm seeing here. And just to think, these are the same young men who, by all accounts, came from pretty modest and quiet backgrounds that took the world by storm. I don't think I've seen a boy band this craze this bad since the last peak in the 90s and 2000s. But even I don't think these compare to the phenomenon that we're seeing today. Don't you agree, Bob? Bob, the other radio DJ, let out a giant guffaw. Whoo, boy, is that an understatement. Though I'm not sure mine and my husband's daughter would agree with labeling them as boy band given their slight rocker edge. Yay! Bob has a husband! Good going, Bob. He has a husband and a daughter. Okay. I like this DJ. Awesome. I'm glad that's represented here. A big fan, huh? She's got good taste in music then. Both her and my husband, Bob says with a boisterous laugh. Their newest single, Cross My Heart and Never Stray, is all they can talk about, but he's happy bonding with her over it and vice versa. Now that's impressive. I know you talked about your husband not caring for the modern day music, but it sounds like Cake brings the whole household together. Exactly. If they can make even my husband love their sound, then you know they got just that special something going for them. When they start playing Cake's latest single, you turn down the dial on the radio in order to focus on the stretch of road before you. Bob the Builder was wondering what happened to him. What the heck? Oh, Bob, I get it. The blistering heat of the Arizona sun already makes concentrating hard enough as it is without adding distractions of the brainworm-inducing music playing through the speaker. Not to mention, you've driven almost... You look at your dash for mileage and cringe. Yep, you're right. You've driven almost 323 miles. There's another 200 miles left before you reach Park Bend, your home city. That's a nasty number for someone with so many idiot lights on in their car. But someone had to drop off your uncle's valuables at his new apartment after the divorce. Valuables being an obscene amount of guns. You sigh, wishing you were back home already. Oh my god, having to drive like 500 miles to go drop off guns. Oh my god. Wait, is this like the round trip? I think. Because apparently we already dropped it off and we're back home. I hope that's not one way 500 miles. I hope it's a round trip altogether. Still sucks. There's a number of things you need to get done and not nearly enough hours in the day for you to finish it all. exhaustion already wearing you thin at the thought. You wanted to put your foot down, you really did. But your uncle said he had no other options. Your aunt refused to make the trip, and your uncle didn't have a car thanks to the traffic accident he got in a few weeks after the divorce got finalized. No one else but you could make the journey. It wouldn't have been so bad if not for your aunt. Dealing with her was another matter entirely. Once you showed up and told her you were there to transport the guns, she kept screaming every time you tried loading them in the car. You had to restrain her when she kept trying to lunge for the trunk, arguing your uncle wouldn't know if one or two was missing. Oh my god. When you refused to budge on the matter, she became inconsolable and ran inside her trailer, confining herself inside the small squat bathroom for a full hour. When she returned, her demeanor returned to normal. Girl, I think you need to be on some medicine. That sounds like a manic episode. Well, at least for her. Relatives are weird, man. Speaking of weird, how long was the stretch of highway again? You could have sworn it was a heck of a lot shorter the first go-round. Not to mention, you're flat out starving. You haven't eaten in several hours. You regret not stopping by the gas station 50 miles back, actively choosing to ignore the huge warning sign that said, "Next gas station in 100 miles," in bright red font in all caps. Sweetie, that is a sign. You needed to stop and make sure you had gas, food, and drink. Oh, goodness. We are geniuses. Also, look at our little cursor. It's a knife. It's a knife. We can stab with it. A terrible decision considering the gnawing in your stomach. You mull over your lack of options, wondering if any fries are lodged between the car seats. Because you're that hungry when something in the distance catches your attention. You squint, trying to figure out what exactly you're seeing, but the sun blinds you. You blink and rub the spots out of your eyes. Forget it. Whatever it is, you've already coming up on it. Ain't no way we're traveling over 10 hours without any stops or drinks. Yeah, really. You need to stop. As your car eats up the distance, you make out the shape of a large, lumbering figure, walking along the side of the road with their thumb jutting out and raised above their head at the sound of your oncoming car. Huh. What's someone doing all the way out here? A rumble permeates deep with your new gut that borderlines piercing. Your stomach demands sacrifice. Sorry, buddy. You don't have time to pick up strangers. Not to mention, you were always warned away from hitchhikers as a kid. Or at least you think you were. Every kid has that talk with their parents at some point. Right? That aside, letting this man reeks of future trouble, just like the smell of your engine. Which kind of smells like rotten eggs. You really should get that checked out. Just as you're pulling up right behind him, set on your decision, you notice a distinct limp to his walk and blood blooming out of his pants leg. Seeing his injury caused guilt to settle in your already empty stomach, weighing it down. He's clearly hurt and needs help, and there's no one for miles. You wrestle with your lack of option when he suddenly collapses onto a heap on the side of the road. Shit. There goes your self-preservation. You park just away ahead of him and rip off your seatbelt before launching out of the driver's seat, hoping he's okay as you approach him with hurried steps. I'm not picking up someone from the middle of nowhere. I don't want a potential criminal in my car. Yeah, that's what a smart person would do, Ohelia. Not pick up somebody, but he's bleeding and he collapsed. I think we feel a bit obligated to stop at the moment. When you reach him, you fall to your knees and gently shake his shoulder, only to garner no response. Like, hello, Adam. Yes, this has been reworked. Holy crap, it's been, 2 years since the prologue came out, and holy crap, it's insane seeing like the difference in art since then. Come on, please be okay. You lean down and press your head against his chest. You feel it rise and fall, noting the assuring thump of a steady heartbeat. Good, he's still breathing. But what made him pass out? His injury or the sun or a combination of the both? I thought he was a twink. What is this? He's got some muscles. I guess that means we're the twink in this situation. Yep, we're the twink in this situation. I mean, King could also be a twink. He's kind of little. But what? Okay. You sit back up and gently try pressing the back of your hand to his forehead. He's blistering hot to the touch. A worried crease forms between your eyebrows. Sir? Sir, can you hear me? He rolls his head, muttering something under his breath. But he's conscious at the very least. Another good sign. Don't worry, sir. I'm gonna call for help, okay? Oh, that woke him up. That woke him up for sure. You pull out your cell phone, ready to dial the emergency helpline, when a hand latches onto your wrist in a vice-like grip, and the man beneath you adjusts himself into a sitting position. You're taken aback by his fierce gaze, dark eyes glaring at you through a veil of purple hair. Don't call anyone. I'm completely fine. Remember bald 6'2" man Sparrow? No! No! Did he really stab himself to get our attention? He might have. He really might have. I don't... Yeah, but... Nails dig into your forearm, biting into your skin to warn you he means business. I said I'm fine. Listen to the sexy man! Call anyway and stand your ground. Okay. We're safe. Quick save. Save. Alright, we're gonna go to 9. We're gonna work backwards now. Wee, look at that. Wee. Okay. Alright, shall we die first? We should die first, right? Oh, if someone told me that, I'm for sure calling the police. You're a criminal. Yeah, it's one of those distance yourself and get back in your car and lock the door first. Your safety first. Call anyway and stand your ground. He's insane if you think you're just gonna let this whole thing slide. He's clearly injured himself and definitely needs a dressing for that leg. You yank your arm out of his grasp and press your phone to your ear before standing up, turning your back to the man as you glare at the sun beating down on you. Could it be any hotter? I mean, we are in frickin' Arizona. It's hot. There's a click of someone as someone picks up the other end. Hello, what's your She's cut off in mid-sentence when the hitchhiker plucks the phone out of your grasp and drops it to the ground. He crushes the device beneath a scuffed boot, almost looking bored as he does so. Excuse me! Look at that. He knows what he did. When he glances up, he offers a beautiful smile. You just broke our phone? You don't know. You recognize those features that spanned across multiple blogs on the internet, stratosphered. From his gleaming white teeth, which were the perfect advertisement for the 10 toothpaste commercials he sponsored, to the scar on his brow that fans obsessed over. Man of the Year! Mantle! Spring Edition! From choir boy to cakes, leading vocalist Adam Godlin. Get his look! Spring fashion to catch his eye. 10 tips and tricks. I can't read that. But hello. Oh, look at his modeling. Oh, I am in love with this part. Wee. I'm the dom in this relationship, not you. I'm calling the police. The lead singer of Cake stands before you, Adam Godlin, here in the flesh. And now you also know him as the jackass who just broke your phone that you spent 3 years in customer service trying to pay off. Oh, yeah, Merc him. D. Stab. Why did you break our phone? We're gonna get him in the arm. Okay. You open your mouth to demand where he gets off on destroying other people's property when he rushes forward and plunges something into your shoulder. You're okay. I was joking, but okay. You're caught off guard, his momentum pushing you backwards, and your head cracks painfully against the asphalt. Dazed, you blink up at the man who stands over you as he wipes the blood off his knife by using his shirt as a makeshift handkerchief. There's no time to escape when he directs a cruel smile at you, crawling over your collapsed form with a predatory gleam in his eyes, boxing in your hips between his legs and trapping you underneath his body as he pins your wrists above your head. He reaches into his back pocket with his free hand to reveal a phone of his own. He taps something on the screen and all of a sudden you're blinded by light, blinking the spots out of your eyes. Shit. Let the flash on. Sorry about that. He's taking a picture of us. His expression is not at all apologetic. The son of a bitch! You kick your legs and buck your hips in a valiant effort to toss him off your body, throwing your weight around in hopes that you'll catch him off balance. But he doesn't seem fazed in the slightest. You give up after exhausting yourself. It's useless to consider wasting your energy on something that doesn't work. You'll have to find another way to escape. Once you've settled, Adam taps the phone screen again, and this time there's no blinding light. He stares at the picture he just took for a moment, nods to himself, then shoves his phone into his back pocket, satisfied by whatever he sees. Now, where were we? His cocky attitude makes your blood roll to a boil. You try spitting in his face, but it misses by a landslide despite how close the shot is. He gives you a condescending smirk. Someone's testy, but you know that wasn't very nice. Why don't you try being good for me, and we can make this easier on the both of us? How does that sound? Nice went out the window when you stabbed me! Maybe I wouldn't have stabbed you if you'd listened to me and hung up the phone. Yeah, right. You get the distinct feeling that he's lying through his teeth. You don't peg him as the honest type, considering he's probably got a bunch of skeletons in his closet if he's attacking strangers for the fun of it. Those chains look so good, but I can't imagine getting caught on something that would end me. You did not just stab us, you're trying to make us have twin stab marks. I will fight for my right for dominance. O'Hillian wants to be the dom in the situation. I mean, he's got us pinned quite well at the moment. He said his knees were boxing in our hips. So, goodness. Okay. Okay, let me get a drink. But, yeah, twin stab marks. I think he got stabbed in the leg because he was limping. Stabbed us in the shoulder, didn't it? Was it in the shoulder? I think it was in the shoulder. What did you want my photo for? Scrapbooking? His face darkens at your retort. How is that any of your business? Excuse me, it really is our business. Surely he's joking. You look at his tense expression. Nope, he's 100% serious. But at least he's not cutting you open like a slab of meat. Yet. If you can keep him talking, maybe you'll find a way out of this mess. A present for your dear old mom and dad, then. What a lovely present, showing them your victim's portrait in an effort to show them how their son turned out. It really is a thought that counts. Don't talk about my mother. Oh, does he have mommy issues? No, maybe he has daddy issues. Better yet, maybe both. That would explain a lot. What about your dad? Can we talk about him? His eyes dilated. Adam considers you a moment, obviously confused by your cavalier attitude, despite the current situation and the gaping flesh wound on your shoulder. But he's curious enough to see where it leads. What do you want to know about him? Oh, God. We've confused him enough that he's like, why? Probably gonna put it in his senpai shrine. Does he know what you do for the living? Are you too close? Does he know you murder strangers for fun? What does he do for a living? Last question. Last question. Does he just end us if we ask that? It's like, what does he do for a living? He's like, okay, this bastard. Hello, Gavin. Welcome in. You're really taking this like a champ. I know, right? We got stabbed in the shoulder and we're just like, hey, can we talk about your dad? Oh, God. Last question. I'm tempted. I think we saved, right? Did we save? Yeah, we did. We should do it. We should do it. What does he do for a living? Or maybe we could... Hang on. Are you too close? I haven't seen him in years. You assume that's possibly because of his travels on the road, but it could also hint at those aforementioned daddy issues. Not to mention, he doesn't really answer your question. You ever think you'll pay him a visit? Adam's lip draws into a smirk that you can't get a good read on. I intend to. He doesn't elaborate further. Oh, we can ask all of it. Lord help me, I ordered food and it said it was a woman delivering. I opened it. It was a whole man. Oh no. So we're having this convo while we're both bleeding out. Yep, we are. Like champs. Does he know what you do for a living? He looks at you like you're stupid. Everyone knows what I fucking do for a living. What kind of idiotic question is that? You really wish you could slam your head into the concrete. It's not like you want to ask these questions, and you don't generally care about his history or his dad. You have other goals in mind. Still, you can't help but note how he's not even answering the question and asking with one of his own instead. Why is that? You tuck that thought away in favor of distracting him further. Does he know you murder strangers for fun? His gaze narrows. He wants to say something, but thinks better of it when he grinds out, next question. I take that as a no. What does he do for a living? He works his jaws, seeming uninterested in that question. He works as a preacher for my hometown church back in Tennessee. Ah, fan of the big guy in the sky, eh? I'm guessing you went to church a lot as a kid. Adam considers you a moment. Ah, so that's your angle. I'm sorry? Oh! You gasp as his nails dig into your wound shoulder, tears pricking at the corner of your eyes, threatening to spill over, and you have to bite your lip to keep them in place. No way will you let this man get the self-satisfaction of seeing you cry. You want to keep me talking until you can think of an escape plan. Is that it? Well, I'm sorry to inform you, but that won't happen. We're alone. I'm armed with a knife, and this highway is almost always deserted. Very few cars drive along this highway. And the only reason people tend to travel here is for the nefarious means or out of sheer desperation. I would know. This place was scoped out ahead of time. In other words, you're majorly screwed out of luck if you think someone's going to witness your murder. He gives you a sadistic grin. But you know what? Why not? I'll play this game for a little while longer. There's nothing better than giving someone like you the hope that someone will come by and magically save you, only to rip the rug out from underneath that pathetic mindset of yours as I slit your throat. He leans closer, his eyes flashing red. And in the end, you'll be just another worthless corpse discarded on the side of the road, right where you belong. All your shitty choices leading you here, leading straight to me. Though, if you're going down the Will Hare house of what my dad thinks, then maybe this was just destiny. He allows the tips of his free hand to glide along your cheek before roughly grasping your chin. Seeing you, maybe he was actually onto something. Some people are just born to fuck up. As fucked up as stabbing a stranger who tried helping you? Trying to convince me to act on the kindness in your heart? You would have kept driving had I not collapsed and forced your hand. Not to mention, we're all guilty of sin. Or something. Of something. Some of us more than others. Insane. This man is literally insane. You're suspecting he just wants any reason to kill you and justify his action in his own mind. But getting back onto the topic of my dad. Oh, this is Adam! I thought it was us! Oh my god. But getting back onto the topic of my dad is pretty funny. Despite being a firm believer in his religion, my dad thought the destiny and fate played a big role in our everyday lives. He said that, while some things are in our control, there are some things we can't change based on the fact that God preordained it. Those things being obstacles put in our path made by God to teach us life's lessons. A test of sorts, you could say. Oh, he's got us again. His nails bite into your wound, and you bite your lips so hard it bleeds. He smirks, taking pleasure in dragging out his toy's agony. Now, tell me something. Do you believe in destiny? Yes, lie. No, honest. Let's be honest. Your uncle always said honesty is his best policy, no matter the circumstances. Sure, it might get you killed here, but he's probably already planned on doing that anyway. No, you admit through clenched teeth. I don't. Especially when people like you exist, because what sick, mystical bullshit would send me to someone like you as a test? I believe in violence. Yeah. At this moment, yes. You shake your head, aggravated by the thought. You're sure there are some people out there who use destiny or even God as a means to console themselves whenever life goes wrong, by saying that it's all part of some bigger plan. As for you, the one thing you believe in is the power of free will. And you believe that shitty people do shitty things, and sometimes things go wrong that no one can control. Just like you used your own free will to try and help Adam, he used his to stab you. No outside force involved, no destiny or fate or God controlling either of your actions. Just a single, twisted man who clearly enjoys others' suffering. Is that so? Adam says before staring down at you a moment, dissecting you with his eyes as he processes your words. You feel like one of those dead frogs they use in biology class, to teach teenagers how bodies work and function, with their limbs all splayed out and pinned at their side, ripe for organ harvesting. You wait for him to slice you wide open in response to giving the wrong answer, but to your surprise, he doesn't. Funny, I thought you'd try to lie and appease me. Usually, when I ask someone at my mercy a question, they try telling me what they think I want to hear. But I actually prefer honesty, even if our views differ. Because people who lie, those are the ones that piss me off the most. So, you believe in destiny. Why does that not surprise me? Oh, that was us. So, you believe in destiny. Why does that not surprise me? Oh, I don't. I was just curious to see how you'd answer. You wanted to know me after all, even if it was just to buy time. I figured I'd still extend the same courtesy. But he tilts your chin up with his thumb and forefinger so you can meet his gaze. His breath dusts the shell of your ear when he leans closer. Aren't you happy, knowing that you're the only person alive who knows this about me? I'd say that makes you pretty special in my eyes. Wow. Narcissistic much? Yes, he is. Honesty is the best policy, except when you're in a job interview. Yep. Jobs only want to hear specific things, sadly. Your head shifts so you catch his gaze, that cocky smirk still tugging at his lips. At least at this angle, he's no longer breathing in your ear like you some dude running an AMSR channel and you're a diagonal microphone. Seriously, you'd rather get stabbed again than have him breathing in your ear. Oh, I bet you say that to all your victims. His eyes narrate your sarcasm and he draws back, which spurs you on because he's at least out of your personal space, and you couldn't stop yourself at this point even if you tried. I truly am the luckiest person alive. I don't deserve you or your kindness. You really aren't like other serial killers. He reclaims his knife before burying it back into the same wound, like you're his personal knife block. You gasp, your back arching from the pain. Fuck, that hurts. You grind your teeth as he withdraws the knife once more, examining the fresh blood coating the blade. At least he's scowling now after getting knocked down a peg. I appreciate the honesty to an extent, but you'd fare better if you keep your mouth shut. Make me. A childish retort in the grand scheme of things, but you'd be damned if he's getting the last word in edgewise. Adam's expression twists and he angles the blade high above his head before driving the knife back down towards your sternum with the most cold-blooded expression. Thanks to your playground taunt, he fully intends on killing you now. You have to think quickly and throw him off to ensure your survival. Claw at his eyes! Kiss him! I think you know what we're gonna do. Kiss him! You grit your teeth through the pain. It's the first thing that pops in your head. Before he can react, you grab him by the scruff of his shirt and pull him down. Caught off balance, he drops his knife and braces his hands on the ground on either side of you, unable to avoid your waiting mouth. He's blushing. His eyes go comically wide as your lips touch. The barest whisper of a kiss that causes his body to go completely rigid, but not long enough for you to grab his knife and go for his jugular. Well, shit. You're no doubt dead now. You wait for him to shove you away, to scrub his mouth clean of you, to drive his mouth down in disgust at your lame attempt at a distraction. What you don't expect is for him to return your kiss with desperate urgency. His mouth slants against yours, softening to the equivalent of melted butter, urging you to open your mouth in tandem with his. He's shaking uncontrollably like a leaf caught in the wind. He's a man who's clearly sought thrill from murder, but from the looks of it hasn't experienced much, if any, intimate human interaction. You found an undeniable weakness. He's so distracted, eyelids fluttering in pure unabashed pleasure, that you take the opportunity to reach for the knife. Don't notice. Keep your focus on me. You're silently begging him to remain unaware, to remain trapped, enraptured by your kiss. You're afraid he'll feel your erratic heartbeat climbing and just know that something's off. A fingertip brushes against the handle, followed by a second. Then when your third goes to join, it hits something. A small rock which skitters against the ground. Adam goes to lift his head, lips parting from yours, his eyebrows furrowed in confusion, to see where the source of the noise came from, when your hand wraps around the handle as your heart thunders in your chest. His eyes go wide as he comes to the realization of what you're doing. Oh! But it's too late because you put all your rage and strength into drilling the knife deep enough into his side in order to incapacitate him. You grind your teeth as you tear through his flesh with the metal of the blade, the blood soaking through your shirt that's no longer just your own, coating your hand and arms as you try to dig deeper in effort to maim him. Adam cries out as you give him a taste of his own medicine. Take that, asshole. Caught off balance, you use the golden opportunity to shove him off you. One of his arms dart out, his other hand resting at his side from where you embedded the knife, right as you rolled just out of reach. You lock gazes for a moment. You're both panting, and you can see his confusion giving way to outrage, to hate. Well, the feeling's fucking mutual, but there's no way in hell you're sticking around to give him another chance at killing you. When he goes to move again, you grab a fistful of dirt from the side of the road and you manage to roll onto and fling it into his face and eyes. He manages to block it with his arms, but the time he looks up, you're already throwing yourself onto the driver's seat of your car. You hear him calling after you. You hear him saying your name. How does he know that? Shoving the thought aside, you rev the engine and hear the frantic crunch of footsteps approaching your car, his voice a snarl as he almost reaches where you're parked. But it's too late, because you're getting the fuck out of here and flooring it, putting pedal to the metal, watching as he continues to try and limp after you, still impossibly fast despite his injury. You watch as he gets smaller and smaller before disappearing completely. The adrenaline pumping through your veins causes your body to shake, heart struggling against your ribcage. For hours on end, you drive and you don't stop, your eyes darting over to your rearview mirror to see if he somehow managed to teleport to your back seat, afraid he'll finish the job. You can't stop thinking about how he knew your name. You don't remember mentioning it, so how? Swallowing hard and seeing your home city on the horizon, you remind yourself that it doesn't matter because I'm okay now, you say, gripping the steering wheel so hard your knuckles turn white, biting your lips so hard it bleeds. I'm okay. Ah! We lived! Oh God! See, the boy is pent up with his sexuality. So we threw him off guard with a kiss. They're both about to start fading out of existence because bleeding out. Are you sure it's not him losing consciousness from blood loss? Mr. and was expecting a submissive Amoga. He got a 5-foot tall bald man. Oh! No, he's so bald. Park Bend, Arizona, 8:15 p.m. Dower Hotel. Adam manages to return to his hotel room without much trouble after making a singular phone call. He's lucky you didn't hit anything vital. Just a flesh wound that he managed to stitch together himself. The action of pushing a needle through skin like second nature at this point. He lies back on the king-sized mattress, spent from walking under the crisp sun and actually getting hurt in the process. Everything feels ticklish since that kiss from hours earlier. Like his nerve endings are standing on end, hypersensitive to everything he touches, making him hyper-aware of the world around him. You thinking about that kiss even as he's stitching his wound closed? He's absent-mindedly stroking his own bottom lip. Fuck. He can still taste you. Feel you. Your body pressed against his. The way you moved beneath him, now a permanent stamp on his consciousness. He wants to see you again. To touch you. To kiss you. To claim you. To mark you. Unwarranted images of you invade his mind. His fingers skimming down his chest along his belly, imagining they're your hands instead of his own. He slowly unbuttons his jeans, unable to take this corrosive heat burning inside of him. It's horrible. He feels like he's gonna go mad if he doesn't do something quick. Adam needs to get you out of his system, and he's desperate to take that step, despite the fact that it's something he's never even tried, when a woman's face flashes behind his closed eyelids. She stares at Adam in disappointment, tears cascading down her cheeks and over her cuts and scars. Just like him, she mouths. Adam gasps as his eyes snap open and he rips his hand away from his zipper. Tears prick at the corner of his eyes as he's filled with disgust for nearly caving into his carnal desires. I'm sorry. Your face flashes behind his closed eyelids. The sun illuminates your frame, like you're an angel descending from the heavens. Stop it. You pull him down again, you kiss him. You make him feel things he should not. The feelings he hates and despises so fucking much. Again, he sees a vision of the woman crying, sees her devastation as he gives in to the one sin that destroyed the world around them, the one sin that took away everything he held dear. After you promised me. Enough! He chokes out a sob and curls into the fetal position, wishing he could bleed you out of his pores and untaint himself. But you left your mark. If he wants to get rid of this fever, his ache, this disease burning within him, he needs to locate the source and destroy it by turning it out by the root. Adam calms himself down by taking deep, concentrated breaths. A plan begins to formulate in his mind. As long as he retains focus on his original goal, he can handle these odd burgeoning feelings that overwhelm and threaten to break him. When he opens his eyes, they shine with determined gleam. Adam promises himself right then and there that he's going to find you again. Dun dun dun! Yeah, we already know some of the trauma behind that from, playing it before. But pretty much because of some childhood trauma he has, with people around him, he doesn't want... He sees, like, lust as a sin. So, I guess he murders all these people to try to combat that. We don't know where we are! At 1:43 a.m. Adam only requires a cheap lock-picking kit bought off Amazon to break into your apartment. A weak defense, all things considered. Did you really think this would keep him out? It's almost too easy the way he steps inside, pausing next to your coat rack to allow him time to adjust in the darkness. He scans the room, observing your ratty couch and cheap coffee table that you keep propped up on one side by using a few hardcover books to keep it level after one of the legs got broken off. He wonders briefly if you started a sewing project of sorts when his eyes catch on something far more interesting. It's your bedroom door, left ajar. He slips out of his boots and places them next to yours. like a husband returning home from work, preparing to join his spouse in bed. It's almost too intimate in a way. He hates the feeling it gives him, but he needs to stay quiet, and wearing large, clunky boots would reveal his presence. He wants to surprise you, to catch you off guard, like how you managed to catch him off guard with that kiss on the highway. He'll never forgive you for it. Only the thrill of the hunt manages to subdue any of the base desires, snuffling out his impure thoughts that might overwhelm him like they did the first time you kissed. It makes him feel vulnerable, defenseless even. The last time he allowed himself to feel this defenseless, his entire world was torn out from beneath him. But never again. You're just a forbidden fruit that almost tricked him into taking a bite. Doesn't this man have a hobby? I think this is his hobby. Because, I mean, his job is being a singer in a band, so I think this is his hobby. Ironic. Adam whispers under his breath, wanting to laugh at how his name suits him. Did his father know? Did he believe he'd grow up and become just like him? Do what's right. A broken voice whispers with a hiss from the darkness that almost sounds like static. Don't follow the same path. Her words encourage him to move forward with determined footsteps. I tried my best to protect you from him. She stills his resolve. He's going to kill the one who tainted him and become pure again. That's not how this works, buddy. You're a roadblock, a parasite, and one he's meant to overcome. Adam positions himself in front of the door, wondering what awaits him. Are you planning something? Or are you really naive enough to think you're safe after you escaped the first time? Surely you're prepared for me, aren't you? His metallic voice carries into your bedroom, but garners no response. Do you have a gun aimed at my head? A bat next to your nightstand? Or did you call the cops? Again, no answer. Now's your chance. Kill me before I kill you. He's taunting you. Probably because of the way memories of that kiss taunts him. Still, you don't play into his games. He grows tired of waiting. It's now or never. Adam draws out the knife tucked into the waistband of his jeans. Your blood from the other day still coats the silver blade, the color transforming into a deep reddish brown because he can't bring himself to wash it. To wash it until he uses it to take your life. Oh, is that why our handle's red on our little cursor knife? Poof, poof, poof. The single action, the taking of your life with this blade, will bring everything full circle. At last, he'll be free. Adam notices a small bed tucked into the corner of the bedroom. The light from the nearby window with the blinds lifted, allowing moonlight to spill through and illuminate the mass of blankets where you potentially lie. They shift. A surefire sign that you or someone else is there. Adam approaches the bed, and without hesitation, he rips the blanket off your body, letting it fall to the floor. You startle awake, your eyes latching onto his, your expression dazed and confused by the sudden force which you were awakened with, earning yourself a cruel smile from Adam. How did you not know he'd come here? That your escape wouldn't have saved you from him? You really are naive. He thought you were smarter than this, and it's insulting that you managed to escape him acting this fucking stupid. It's been over an hour and we're still the first stage. Technically, this is chapter 2. How could someone like this? You sit up, and what remains of the other blanket pulls around your waist. Adam jerks back with a start, dropping his knife in the process as He's caught off guard by your exposed body presented before him. Before he can move away or even collect himself, you grab his wrist and tug him forward. The two of you fall onto the bed with Adam on top of you and sprawled beneath him. And you sprawled beneath him, your eyes half lit and your lips parted like you're trying to seduce him again. And god damn it, it's working. Yet, while knowing this, he still can't help but let you drown him in the blood red of your lust. In the middle of your heated exchange, you stare down at him, a deity perched over their royal throne. He shudders under your gaze, vulnerable and slick with sweat. He's breathless as he asked, "Why did you stop?" "Because I'm curious." Your body shifts and he grits his teeth, holding back a soft whimper, his hands going to your hips as if holding you will ground him. A smirk tugs at the corner of your lips. "Do you like this? Do you like what I'm doing to you?" Adam nods. "Yes. God, yes. He's never felt so good in his fucking life." Adam swallows thickly, eyelashes fluttering, unable to concentrate, but forcing himself to pay attention to your next words. "Do you want me?" Adam answers before he can think about what he's saying. "Yes." "How much do you want me?" "More than fucking anything." "One last question. Finally, do you still want to kill me?" He's sweating over that. Adam stares up at you. Yes. Yes, of course he does. Killing you means he's done his job and he can sleep peacefully at night, knowing you'll no longer hurt the people around you. He opens his mouth, then closes it. Yes. Just say yes. He tries again and fails miserably. You continue staring at him, patient while you wait for your answer, your body still hovering over his. Maybe he just doesn't want you to stop. Is that it? Like he's afraid you'll stop making him feel good for giving what's obviously the wrong answer. But no, that's not it either. As soon as you touched him, the burning still exists within him. That's a fact. It always will. But the burning's transformed into something else. Something that ignites whenever you touch his skin. I don't know. The mattress began to sink inward under Adam's weight, cutting him off. He doesn't even have time to process what's happening before the bed swallows him whole and leaves him in suffocating darkness. He tries crawling around him, but he's immobile, almost like a sleep paralyzed demon is holding him down and keeping him in a locked place with no escape. Air finally touches his back, and then he's falling and hitting solid ground, his back hitting soft tile. He was having a dream. He was having a dream. This is so embarrassing. Adam was having a dream. He was having a smexy dream and he don't like it. He don't like it. Oh, look at him in PJs. Okay, hang on. Hello, Fandy Twisted Wonderland. Welcome in. Hell no. Yep, he had a dream. Hang on. Hello. Everyone's doing okay? Yeah, I think everyone is doing okay today. I am. This dropped yesterday, and I'm like, I want to play it now, but it was like late at night, and I'm like, dang it. And then I'm like, wait, I know what we're playing in the morning. How are you doing? I don't think we're going to be able to play the entire game during this stream, so I might have to break it up into 2. I'm kind of tempted to have another live stream tomorrow just to continue it. Or should I record chapter 3 and 4 separately? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing yet. Thank God he doesn't sleep with that earring. Imagine him piercing himself in his sleep. Oh my gosh. That one that goes down to his mouth. I think he was just wearing that for the magazine he was modeling for. Wait, what was missing? Not me. Half my order was missing. Oh yeah, because you ordered like food delivery, didn't you? Half of it was missing. And Mannequin Academy still hasn't updated, but other than that, I'm fine. One day, Mannequin Academy will update, and you won't know what to do with yourself. I mean, I'm looking forward to that. They will update it eventually. They said they're still working on it. But, oh no, half your food was missing. That's so sad. Now I'm hungry, though. Okay, let's dive back in. Managing to pick himself up from where he crash landed, he finds himself stuck in the middle of an all too familiar kitchen and sporting his old Sunday best. He catches sight of his reflection in a nearby window. His hair is brown again, untouched by his purple dye and his scar. So he's actually having a flashback dream where he's younger here. Do you also stream on Twitch now? Yeah, this right now this is being dual streamed on both YouTube and Twitch. I do have a Twitch. Sometimes I need to get back into a regular Twitch schedule where I just stream on Twitch and not YouTube as well. Every Wednesday is a YouTube Twitch stream, and if my life can stabilize, I want to do several streams on Twitch during the week as well. Blip, 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 blip. Yeah, sorry. my mouth can't keep up with me sometimes. Like, on Twitch, we need to get back into playing, like, the 100 Baby Challenge and stuff like that, because we had a boy getting pregnant by other boys, so it's imprig, because yes. But, alright. I vaguely remember this stream. I don't remember much. It's been like a while since we played this right here. But he is definitely having a dream. The first part was sexy time with us, and now he's feeling like he's back, I guess, at home. His gaze gently grazes his eyebrow. His hands gently graze his eyebrow. It's gone. Adam studies the room, turning in a slow, horrified circle. From the aging rose wallpaper to the collections of magnets used to pin up the child's colorful drawings on the fridge, Adam knows exactly where he stands. A soft dripping sound catches his attention. His eyes drifts over to the source, off to his left where a small square kitchen's table sits flanked by 3 wooden chairs. Each chair is given a hand-stitched cushion to soften the otherwise uncomfortable seating arrangement. A few of them dusted with what looks like stray flower petals. His heart lodges in his throat, his hands clenching at the side as he gets closer and sees the familiar flowers practically overflowing off the table. His shoes crushing one underfoot. What do you even do on The Sims? All I know is you named a baby after me. Yeah, sorry, we're distracted again. This is what we do. I always get distracted in live streams. Oh, hello! Moa Moa, thank you for joining the nest. Welcome in. I hope you enjoy your time here. Boo! I'm fan. Hello! You found me on Twitch. Hello! Moa Moa! I like that name. That's cute. That's really cute. But on The Sims, currently, what we were focusing on was a 100 baby challenge where I have a guy and he is having babies with other guys. That's the goal, is to have 100 with 100 different guys. And yeah, Patreon and channel members get their names as babies. Elsewise, I just named them themed after their dad. Like, I had a baby with Rio from Death Note, and I named him Orchard because Rio likes apples, for example. I need to finish re-uploading them to my side channel. What's a live stream without me distracting you? Exactly. I am distracted all the time. Alright, back to the game. His voice comes out choked as he picked up one by the stem. White aster flowers. There's flecks of red dotting the petals like someone splattered them with paint. He used to collect these as a kid. They grew right behind his house in a wide open field where he liked to roam when his father wasn't home. The floral scent carried by the wind. He remembers carrying fistfuls home before handing them over to the person who was his entire world back then, watching as her lingering sadness washed away and she placed them inside a milk jar since they couldn't afford proper vases. And the smile that she gave him meant everything to him. He whispered her name, before crying out as the fingers start to burn and he dropped the flower. He examined his burnt hand, finding red welts on his fingers before peering down at the flower. The petals blackened as if set on fire, but he doesn't see any flames as he watches it die and crumble into ash, realizing that the ones still on the kitchen table are all doing the same. When there's nothing left of the aster flowers, only a single piece of parchment remains. A paper remains. He takes a reflexive step back. He recognizes the handwriting, the looping script almost mocking him. It's then that he sees something fall from the ceiling. A small droplet. It splatters against a piece of paper on impact, red bleeding through the pages. Drip, drip, drip. His blood runs cold as he finally realizes this is the source of the noise he heard earlier. If this place is what he thinks it is, then above him, he can't bring himself to look up. The fresh scent of copper flooding his senses, knowing the smell by heart after all the slaughters he's done. Normally, he'd thrive off the smell, but this... His legs give out and he digs his palm into his eyes so hard that he starts seeing stars in the darkness. He can't look up. He refuses to acknowledge it. Someone hums next to his ear and he flinches away, refusing to drop his hands, but the person persists. You don't want to face me? When he refuses to answer, the humming switches to his other ear, and then the singer asks a second question. Can't you even look to see how deeply you've hurt me? Clawed fingers try dragging his hands away from his eyes. Sharp nails dig into his wrist, biting as they force him to finally drop his hands and look at the owner of the voice. A cold, dead corpse staring at him with bloodshot eyes, the whites glazed over by a grayish film. Her skin is sickly in color and slightly bloated, a bubbling red foam spilling from her parted lips as she cocks her head at an unnatural angle, her wet, clumped hair tickling Adam's face. The dripping sound is closer now, and he realizes it's because the cotton dress clinging to her rail-thin frame is completely soaked through, water dripping onto the floor and soaking through the fabric of his slacks. Adam whispers her name with guilt in his heart, and terror stained his soul. Oh, that was a noise. He's acting like killing isn't a choice. Well, I guess he kind of feels like he has to kill. Do you know when the next chapter comes out? I miss you and him. Actually, the next chapter dropped last night. I thought I had paid chapter 3. Chapter 4 just came out. So 3 and 4 are out. But the remaster dropped at the same time. This is remaster. So all this art is newly remade. So if you compare it to the old one, you can see this glorious jump in like quality. It is glorious. I'm enjoying this. This is why we're replaying it from the beginning, because this is the remastered version. Poor baby, I know, right? I also feel like he needs therapy. Oh yeah, he needs all the therapy. I loved his bandmate being like, yeah, you can use your swear jar money for therapy. As much as he swears, yeah, he would pay for therapy like 3 times over. Yeah. No. What are you doing? No, stop it. Sorry. I click things. Okay, yeah. There we go. The single action enrages her as her lips peel back into a shriek. This shatters the window and milk glasses used as vases lining the window sill. Don't call me that. Don't ever call me that again. You betrayed me. You promised me, she says with gurgling hiss, like she's trying to speak with lungs filled with water. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it. Look at what he did to me. What they did to me. Look. Oh, the crunchies. I might have it turned down too low for you guys, but there are crunchies going on. Helpless tears stream down Adam's cheek as she jerks his face closer to her bruised one. Purple and yellow spots dot the base of her jaw and trail down the slope of her neck, disappearing underneath the torn gown she wears. I'm sorry. He's dragged to his feet by the woman with their hands clamped around his throat, lifting him partially off the ground, despite their differences in height and weight. Her arm remains steady as a steel beam. She tightens her grip and Adam remains limp, knowing this is the punishment he deserves for wavering, for betraying her and the vow he made all those years ago. I'm so... She snaps his neck with a sickening twist. Oh, the crunchies. Ugh. She will bite his neck like a chicken bone. Oh god. What did you think about Prager's aura? Completely off top. Do you mean like since he's an Omega, like if he gets pregnant in the further games, or do you mean your artwork? Because your artwork was adorable. Theory, he killed this lady because she questioned if he was looking at another man. That is a theory, but I have a stronger theory because I kind of know what's going on. But I'm trying to keep it vague for people who don't know exactly what happened. But that is a theory. Current day. Dower Hotel, 5:01 a.m. Okay, he's back in reality now. He had a hell of a night. Adam catapults out of his nightmare, trembling as his eyes dart around the room. The shadows are his inner demons personified, waiting to devour him. They hide behind the TV screen, under the bed, in his closet. He can't escape them no matter how hard he tries. Shit. It's just a dream. He needs to calm down. Oh, poor baby. I know you're a murderer, but poor baby. can you imagine having terrifying nightmares like that every freaking night? I mean, we don't know if he's having them every night, but just imagine. That would drive anyone crazy. He needs to calm down. Adam tries thinking about his previous hunts. The thrill of the chase, capturing those deserving of the judgment cast down upon them and tearing into their flesh, ripping through bone and sinew before watching as their pathetic life fades by his own hand. He feels his muscles easing up. Right before he closes his eyes, and a vision of the corpse from his dream makes him tense up. All this money and no therapy. I mean, we don't know if he actually has money. 'Cause I know a lot of boy bands and musical groups, they have to pay the company that's promoting them. And I know for K-pop idols, for example, a lot of them don't even pay off their like training fee for years after they debut. So they are literally getting like nothing or close to nothing for a long time until they actually pay off the fees that were put for training them. Because if you are going to debut with a company in K-pop, if I remember this correctly, you are put into like training beforehand, so you know they can see who you work well with, and you know train you a little bit. So that can take anywhere from months to years. There was one guy that was in like that limbo for, oh my gosh, what was it, like 8 years or something before he actually debuted. And when he did, oh my god, I don't need to talk about him. That's so sad. But anyway, so when they debut and they start getting revenue from like concerts and music videos and CD sales and merch sales, most all of that is going right back into the company until they can like pay off what they owe the company. They don't actually make a profit. So a lot of them have near no money for years after they debut. So I mean, I know it's probably different for Cake, but we don't know what their contract's like. Look at him. Of course he's has money. He's pretty. Just because you're pretty doesn't mean you're rich. Being an idol isn't worth it. Stress, and more stress. Exactly. Yeah, so it's one of those, everybody's human, so I really wish people would like respect idols more. I mean, but if they're a serial killer like Adam here, you know. Let's see. My neck hurts just from hearing the noises. Oh, so you guys could hear the noises? Yeah, that was just like, oh. No. Pitikcho, baby. Oh, I'm so sorry. My English is very bad. No, that's fine. I am enjoying your comments. It's so nice, Moa. Petite means small, doesn't it? So, like, little chul. So, no, little baby. No, I really love your comments. Your English is fine. His eyes snap open and he can't calm down. Her words are violence in his ears. You promised me. Look at what he did to me. What they did to me. He rips the hotel blanket off his lap before pacing around the quiet of his hotel room. In the bed opposite him, the figure of his other band... He is in a shared room with his bandmates. I thought he was by himself for some reason. He's over here stitching up wounds, and they're just like, yeah, okay. Okay. In the bed opposite of him, the figure of his other bandmate, King, the Twinkie boy, sleeps soundly underneath a pile of blankets and amongst a swamp of pillows. Okay, King sleeps like me. I'm surrounded by pillows and blankets when I sleep. At least he's not up to a fucking pester him about his pacing or try to lull him into a fucking discussion about his feelings. That's the last thing he needs right now. He doesn't want his or anyone else's pity. And he definitely doesn't want them to see how rattled he feels from that dream, no doubt brought on because of you. And thinking about you, he grabs a hold of it, stopping in his tracks as the way his body transitions from fear into pure rage. Blood red as the lust you tried to drown him in. That was... We were trying to survive, and what we did in our dream is not our fault, okay? Yes, anger is better than fear, so he directs all his attention towards you. This, whatever this feeling is, it's all your fault. These feelings, the weird sexual fantasies burdening his dreams, are your fault, and they won't go away until you're permanently eradicated from this world. He needs to get to you. Now. But there's only one glaring issue. After Adam got dropped off at the hotel, he asked Saffron's their manager, by the way, to keep an eye on your apartment and pay attention to your coming and going while he called all of the hospitals in the area to check if you admitted yourself for that shoulder wound. He came up empty-handed. None of the hospitals had a patient with your name. And the most frustrating part, according to Saffron, you never came home last night. No one knows where you are. You! We're gonna find out where we're at. Park Bend, Arizona, 11:30 p.m. There's literally 2 beds. Yes, there is 2 beds. Oh, wait. She was eating him like a Kit Kat. No! Give me a break. Give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat bar. Just snap. Okay, there's literally 2 beds. There is 2 beds, but I didn't notice. Petite is little is French. Okay, the guy is completely crazy. Smash. Yes, smash. We're at a gas station. Hey, we are smart. We're smart, though. We knew that if he knew our name, he would probably already find us, so we didn't go back to our apartment, and we didn't go to a hospital. A bloody mess of gauze and medical tape you bought at the nearest convenience store clog up the unisex bathroom's trash can, covering up used pregnancy tests and sanitary napkins. Dark smudges circle your eyes from lack of proper sleep. A fact that your aunt would curl her lip at, chastising you for not getting your act together despite never holding herself to the same standards. Always a sportive woman, that one. Is she taking the guns herself? Maybe you could worry about your next online show and figure out how to earn more subscriptions than avoiding your apartment like it got infested with cockroaches. But make it a singular cockroach. With a knife. You stare at yourself in the bathroom mirror, fighting the exhaustion rooted in your bones, tooth and nail, gripping the edges of the sink to even remain upright. A feat in and of itself. Your shoulder, while taken care of for the time being, likely requires stitches instead of the medical equivalent of flex tape. But who the fuck can afford medical insurance in this day and age? That is accurate. Here in America, no one can. Not you, that's who. Damn it all to hell. After circling Park Bend for half an hour and weighing your options between returning home or straight up sleeping in your car, you decide on the later as a safer bet. Yeah, can we just park behind a building so it's harder to see us? You don't really want to risk it for the biscuit by returning home, considering there's a possibility of Adam showing up. The attack itself could have been a one-off incident for a thirsty serial killer hell-bent on getting some kind of action. But if that's the case, why did he take a picture for it? Oh yeah, he can literally search us up and figure out everything about us now. And how did he know your name? Maybe you're overthinking this. After all, he could be saving them for himself as a sort of memento for the occasion. You can't really be sure. And considering your adrenaline was so high, it's entirely possible you misheard him, mistaking him saying something else for saying your name instead. Maybe it would have been better if... No! You splash yourself with water stained a questionable color in order to perk yourself up. Chin up. Chest puffed. That's what your best friend Jay used to say before he moved out of state to pursue his dreams. You plan on taking his advice to heart until you exit the bathroom and meet the gaze of a kid who stares at you with wide-set eyes. He's in the middle of picking his nose and wiping it on his mom's sleeve. He never breaks eye contact. Upon seeing your grossed-out expression, he cackles like a hyena. Yep. He's gonna grow up to become a serial killer. Yep. She doesn't know the vital card. Lamau. I'd rather take my chances. Can't believe it's a whole year's salary to give birth to a kid in America in the U.S. You gotta wait 5 years for treatment. Yep. It sucks here. We need help. You bet America did... you bet America... Oh, God. Oh, okay. You bet Adam did the same thing at that age. You'd put money on it, even. Limited edition cake-inspired scratch tickets inside. The doorbell jingles as you step out of the air-conditioning gas station and onto the curb. A sudden wave of vertigo hits you like a truck, and you finally lose your ongoing battle with gravity, the world's colors bleeding together like a watercolor painting. An arm sweeps out to catch you. You bite back a hiss of pain and hide your wince as fingers press against your injured shoulder. The owner of the arm smells strongly of antiseptic, and it makes your already queasy stomach want to roll at the scent invading your nostrils. Take a tea break, Sparrow. I don't have tea. I drunk it all. It's empty. That's the sound of an empty cup. It's empty. I drunk all my tea. I don't have tea. I have like an inch of water left in my water bottle. I understand. I hate kids. Yeah, I do too. Oh. It's almost 2 hours. You could take a 10-minute break. Maybe. Has it really been... Oh, it is like 1:48. Wow, it has been almost 2 hours. Peridot, welcome in. You drunk it all. I did. It was actually gone within the first 30 minutes of the playing of the stream. It was gone. And then, like, the water is almost gone. So, nee. But hello, Peridot. I'm glad you were able to make it. When you look up, soft green eyes paired with a gentleman's smile meets yours. Polite gentleman. Doubt. I know who you are. I know who you are, boy. Glug, glug, glug. Yes. I love kids. I just don't want to raise them. Well, good for you, Ohilia. Young, like, just just interacting with a kid for a moment is fine. A little bit is fine. Being around them 24/7 is not fine. Because my sibling has kids. They're like, they're more grown up now, so they're not bothering. But when they were little, I've had to babysit before. Holy crap. It's like, no, no. The guy wants to turn us into KFC chicken and eat us with barbecue sauce. Yes. Oh my god, I get it now because he has white hair, so it kind of like Colonel Sanders, right? Oh goodness. Are you all right, my dear? You look a little ill. Well, yeah. That's what happens when a crazed man attacks someone with a minimal access. You know for a fact that Adam's probably off smoozing in a fancy-dancy hospital that serves steak with shaved bits of gold sprinkled on top, while you're at a Concu gas station. Steak with shaved bits of gold. I mean... Same. I don't like kids. I can deal for like 2 minutes, but no. Yeah, like limited amounts, yeah. And you know, sometimes kids are sweet and they do cute, adorable things. And I mean, you just want to awe, but 24/7, no. I'm currently babysitting and one's sitting on my leg. Hello, child. This is not a game meant for you. Pay no attention to the person on the screen. All that's missing is the beard. Do you know actually there is a dating simulator with Colonel Sanders? It does exist. Maybe one day we'll play it, but there is a dating simulator with the Colonel Sanders. You know, yeah. Oh, Hillia knew too. She's like, you know, there's a KFC rom-com. Yes, I think Markiplier started playing it, didn't he? I don't remember it much, so I could definitely play it and not remember it. But look at him. Look at him trying to be sweet. How unfair is it when a criminal gets better care than their victim? To the gentleman wearing a crisp suit in 100-degree weather, you've seen weirder, you just nod and disentangle yourself from his hold. You sway a bit, but manage while he waits until you're stable enough to let go. I ate one too many pancakes at the pancake house down on West Avenue. Challenged my friend to a contest, but you should see the other guy. Oh? And what's with your blood-stained shoulder? Your heart stops as your hand automatically goes to cover your shoulder. It stopped bleeding. How did it open up again? He cocks his head to the side. Let me give you a ride to the ER. I'm certain we can get them to patch you up in no time at all. Thanks for the offer, but I can't afford to fork over hundreds of dollars just to sit in a room, let alone get stitches. I appreciate your concern, but I'll manage on my own. Then how about this instead? I'm actually friends with the director of an ER who offers affordable payment plans. If I take you there, and I promise I can get your bill halved, what do you think? Damn, that's a tempting offer. But one question lingers in your mind. What's in it for you? He adjusts the cufflink on his button-up. All I ask is for polite conversation and company on the way over. You provide me this, and I'll consider it an equal exchange. Does that sound like a fair deal? I have seen this before. I knew things. So I knew what I need to click. This guy's so cute. He is cute. I will say that. Now that I look at him, it's true he's rather handsome. Cannibal too, but everyone has flaws, right? Yeah. Now, should we do the smart option or the dumb option, guys? I played this before. It is up on the channel. So, you know what happens? I think this does lead to a dead end. maybe, if I'm remembering correct. I don't think we'll survive this. We're gonna try. We're gonna try. Nope, 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 nope. Sounds like a deal. Nope, 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 nope. Hell to the no. Last time you let your guard down, you got stabbed, made out with an aforementioned stabby asshole, and escaped by the skin of your teeth. You'll just take the name of the doctor and go. I'm good. Thanks. I appreciate the offer, though. The man nods and plucks a card from his breast pocket of his vest before extending 2 business cards to you. One belongs to the AR. Elijah Boone, MD. You pocket it and examine the second, which must belong to him. Saffron Albrick, music manager. This is Adam's manager who has been on the stakeout for us. See? See? That means he knows exactly where we are, though. My mom told me to never follow strangers, but she never said no to handsome strangers. Wait, he's only a cannibal. I was expecting more insanity. At least he's beating inflammation. What is Adam doing? I mean, yeah, Adam, why don't you... If you're killing people, why don't you keep that meat? Yeah, I think Saffron is a cannibal, if I remember correct. Maybe? It's been a hot minute. I know he also does, unsavory things. Collision Industries. Saffron Albrick. Music manager. Right. You've seen guys like this before, claiming they hold your ticket to fame only to con you out of your rent money. Not to mention he reeks of antiseptic. It really begs the question, why would a music manager smell like he just got out of surgery at a hospital? You try handing his card back to him, but he holds up his hands, which are peppered with splotches of your blood. Probably from catching you earlier. The man, or rather, Saffron, gives you an earnest smile. Feel free to call me in case you run into any trouble. Gotcha. Well, thanks again. I appreciate the help by any means. You listen out for footsteps as you walk towards your car. Nothing. And when you glance over your shoulder, he's tapping away at his phone, innocently texting someone or checking his social media or whatever, or informing Adam of exactly where you are and what you're driving. Music manager. Saffron erases evidence after Adam's passing. I mean, he could. I mean, he would lick it all up, wouldn't he? I'm sorry, I phrased that weird. Dyson vacuum. Lamau. And when you glance over your shoulder... Oh, yeah. You're realizing you've become paranoid. No, we have every right to be paranoid. Embarrassed by your slight overreaction to a possible well-intentioned man, you climb into the driver's seat and start buckling your seatbelt when you feel eyes on you. Boy, reel in the expression. You were doing so good. As you lift your head, you find Saffron staring at you, and he's licking the specks of blood on his thumb with a bone-chilling smile. Oh no, not a fucking again. You're starting to think your aunt had the right idea with keeping at least one gun on hand. Too many creeps roaming around Arizona is late. Alright, we're back with Adam. He's so cute. I would gladly sit on that plate. Are you sure? I mean... Saffron face! Yeah, he's just like... He was doing so good keeping that peeled in. He was keeping it so good. And then the moment he thinks we're not looking, it's just like... He's like, ooh, you're tasty. Is that type A? Type A? And you have a little bit extra in there. Have you been eating some meat lately to really flesh out that taste? It's nice and rich. Lock the doors! Lock the doors! Yes, yes, we need to lock the doors and hit the accelerator. And do not go to the doctor he just gave us a card for. He's probably going to be in the back room waiting on us. Oh, goodness. Park Bend, Arizona, 12 p.m. Now that I think about it, nah. Okay, okay. I'm glad you rethought that situation, Ohilia. Dower Hotel. Adam scrubs a towel over his face, pushing back the purple strands of hair plastered to his forehead, his body dripping with sweat. His legs ache after walking quite a few miles on the treadmill in the hotel's gym. But at least he's not thinking about you. But now he's thinking about why he's not thinking of you, and technically he is thinking of you until he's thinking about you. Hello, buddy. He whips out his phone and checks his messages, desperate for something else to occupy his thoughts. But Saffron hasn't given an update in hours. Adam's mouth pulls into a tight line, wondering what's taking so long. Where the hell are you hiding? Don't you know he has connections everywhere? Eyes everywhere. You should just give up already. There's nowhere safe for you to run. You're his now. A fact you need to learn sooner rather than later. Because your alternative is so much worse. Blowing out a disgruntled breath of air, Adam folds himself into the plush recliner stationed in front of the widescreen TV. He's never cared much for the extravagant things, despite people always offering them left and right. He was taught to never want them, to never accept anything beyond his means, something he holds on to this day. On screen, a news outlet discussed the devastation his fans are facing after Cake's latest concert got canceled due to an unforeseen injury Adam received while hiking. Yeah. Isn't this the same concert that got that was sold out instantly? Nice body, little guy. Yeah, he has a nice body. All we need to do is get a tattoo. Jeffrey Dahmer said that, hang on, let me see, I can't read that correctly. Said that makes, the meat taste weird. Oh, yeah! Tattoo makes meat taste weird. So, yeah, we just need a head-to-toe tattoo, right? I'm tired. Adam needs to accept he's an Omega and let us be with him. Yes. Alright. Not an entire lie. Technically, he was hitchhiking, and his latest target became more than he bargained for. A tidbit the general public will never know or learn of. Turning his attention back to his phone, he clicks on the message he received the other night from an unknown number that sits just below Saffron's. The same one he received on the bus. The one that tells him who to enact judgment upon. Your name pops up alongside a list, spitting out information about your personal life, including your place of residency. So he's not picking random people, he is being told who to pick. And a link to your job application. Look how red he is! Adam swallows thickly, his thumb shaking as it hovers over the link. He didn't care to know more about someone he'd wind up purging. What was the point in doing otherwise? All he needed to know was your basic information and how he could use it to create a trap to ensnare you in. The rest he saw no need for. He'd done the same thing countless times before. And now he's sitting here, wondering if he should have invested his time in getting to know you intimately so he could find your weakness and exploit it. It's the only reason he's debating on even clicking this link. Because now, it's necessary, and there's no other alternative motive outside of that. He's just trying to finish what he started on the highway. And this website of yours, with all the information it potentially holds, could provide him with something like that. Right? To say we love live stream a game that's actually Omegaverse in the day, I will be happy. Hey, we have live streamed Omegaverse games. It is hard to find Omegaverse games. There's like a total of like 3. 4? 4? 3? 4? I think there's like 4. So, we have played pretty much all the Omegaverse games I have found so far. But we have live streamed an Omegaverse. That was Mannequin Academy. When Mannequin Academy gets like an update, we will be live streaming it. Hopefully there's not a sexy scene in the middle of it. Alright, let's see what our link is. Adam's eyes dart up to your name before he can stop himself. He clicks the link. He's immediately brought to your page, which offers a short bio describing what you offer for your subscribers, and a few key things to know about you and what you will and won't do for custom videos. Oh. That's our job. That's the type of job there. Adam, what are you looking at? His eyes wander over to your profile picture. The first thing he sees is your legs, then your thighs, then his eyes widen and he whips his head towards the direction of the door, as if King will come bursting through at any moment. He's tomato fucking red when he goes back to his phone. It's obvious he's never been on one of those websites before, though he heard of them mentioned in passing. Quite a few people even tried to start a petition for him to join, to which he declined and publicly stated his discomfort. Adam's never shown off anything more than his naked torso, and those were typically for photo shoots. Beneath the belt is, and always has been, out of the question. Collecting himself as best as he can, trying to steady his hand, he can't help but notice the thousands of people following your account. In fact, for some reason, gets under his skin and eats away at him. He pushes away the feeling, trying to investigate with a clear mind rather than letting what he discovers feed any emotions. Still, these newfound feelings budding in his chest and coloring his world from black and white to something so vibrant makes them almost impossible to ignore. They become blinding when he notices the ratings listed at the top of the page. And there's a lot of them. All 5-star reviews. All salivating over the custom services you gave them. All interested in what lies underneath those clothes of yours. He wants to fucking throw up seeing their comments. Yet you aren't even bothered by the fact. Maybe you even like it. Oh, he extra mad now. What kind of serial killer watches special videos of their future victims? This guy! This guy! Correction, we've live streamed one and it's on hiatus. My only Omega I have is now Brav from the Symbiont. I need to see them. Well, Brav isn't really an Omega? No? But, we did Mannequin Academy. We did the demo for Winter Wedding, which is Omegaverse. Peach Pit was Omegaverse. That's Patreon only. It's extra spicy. And actually we did the other one that's on Patreon. That's another Omegaverse. I forgot about that. So that's 4 right there. I've never seen this game before. Is your character like an OF creator, only fans creator or something? Apparently we are. Gavin, you just gave a great idea for a visual novel. just thought that's what this is. It pretty much is. We offer spicy stuff, so I think we are an OnlyFans creator, and Adam is not a fan. Or he's saying he's not a fan. I think deep down he is. Nah, he's a murderer idol in denial of his sexuality, and there's a cannibal second male lead chasing us. Yeah, but I think our character is on like an OnlyFan thing because we do yes. This is Adam. We are in his point of view right now. It's not us, it's him, so we're just seeing what goes on with him. We don't choose what he does, we can only choose what we do. So we're just seeing his point of view for a moment. God damn you. Without thinking and too absorbed in his thoughts, he scrolls down and lands on your videos. He almost snaps his phone in fucking half. The video he lands on gives a small preview of what this contents contain, which is you arching your back as your legs slightly apart while you model a very revealing cosplay. It's like you're mocking him with your eyes, taunting him with his newfound hunger by inviting him in with a seductive smile, like you did in his dreams. He's feeling it. Look, the blush is down to his neck now. Holy crap. He squirms in his seat as you lick your lips, unable to look away. Hot and slick and wet against his own. The fact that he knows what you taste like drives him crazy, like nothing else has before. Fuck. His pants, despite the fact that they're jogger pants, just got a lot tighter. Like, his eyes even disappeared. He is so emotional. Fun fact, this is the safe for work version. The not safe for work version isn't available for the public yet. So, just so you guys know. Adam's face, cherry. Oh my god. OF creator who kills their fans. I mean, he might kill our fans. Adam slams his phone down onto the nightstand. He feels so fucking perverted and disgusted with himself. Why did he do that just now? He shouldn't have looked. Because now he wants to scroll through your feed until he's seen every inch of your skin uncovered so he can devour you with his eyes and commit each detail to memory. He's completely forgotten the initial purpose of him looking at your profile. He never located a weakness of yours, but without knowing it, you exposed Adam's sole weakness yet again. Even the foreboding voice hissing at him to leave this path that he's on is drowned out by the roaring in his ears and the blood thumping between his legs. He closes his eyes, and there you are again, invading his thoughts. A devil sent to taunt him. Adam grips the armrest of his chair so tight that his nails break, because he's afraid if he moves even an inch, he's going to reach for his phone again and watch every single one of those videos, and his phone chimes once. A text. Adam risks picking up his phone, only looking at the notification on the lock screen. Saffron's name appears. And the preview message is just 2 simple words. Found them. Dun dun dun! At least we made all the blood travel somewhere out other than his wound. Travel away from the wound, yeah. Hey! We're stopping him from bleeding to death. Very noble cause. And my water's all gone. Oh, goodness. Okay, we've been playing for right over 2 hours. Do you guys want to keep going? If we do, I need to take a small break to go get another drink. And it'll be a good time for everybody to get up and stretch, grab a snack, grab a drink, take a bathroom break, take medicine. if you guys want to continue for a little longer. If not, we can pick this up next time. I will wait and let you guys let me know. His joggers got a little tighter. Good thing he wasn't wearing those skin-tight jeans, right? He might have broke the jeans. Oh, goodness. Alright, Ohilia's voting for being done for the day. Oh, goodness. I kind of want to stream this again tomorrow, because I don't want to wait a week and play more. I want to play more, like, now. Or soon. Because we are definitely not finishing this today. Because, I remember, like, part 2 is pretty long. Because I have played the original versions on the channel. Does it say how long? About 2+ hours of gameplay. This will increase as more chapters are added. It is definitely over 2 hours, because we're still in chapter 2 at the moment. 5 bad endings and 1 true ending. This ending being where it will just continue the story as more chapters are added. So, we already passed a couple of bad endings. How long was the previous parts? Let me check. Because I know they've, like, changed things around a bit. Let's see. Because originally the prologue, the part where we interact with him, was, like, 42 minutes long. And then chapter 1 was like 2 hours, so that's 3 hours at least, and that's just for the first that's prologue through chapter 2. So we're not even done with chapter 2 yet, so I think we could definitely make another live stream out of this. Damn, all bad endings and only one good. The creator loves happiness. Well, technically, I think we would have hit a bad ending at the beginning if we didn't play that right, because I remember that, and then another bad ending with Saffron, I think. Because I remember a couple of the endings. But okay, yeah, I am out of liquid. I need to make another thing of tea, grab food and everything, so I do think we're going to end for today. I really want to play more. I don't want to end, but we will be playing more in the future. So I kind of, if I'm feeling up to it, because I actually have been suffering with a migraine for the past 3 days in a row, so this is a functional day for me. Yay! But if I'm up to it, we might actually live stream tomorrow. I know we normally don't live stream on Thursdays, but I want to play all this in one go as it just came out. Bye! Bye, Moa. Thank you so much for joining. So, yes. Oh, hello. We got a few new viewers popping in. Refuse, recharge, and conquer Patreon. Conquer Patreon. Yeah, I do have a Patreon. Oh no, if you have a migraine, go sleep some more. No, I had a bad migraine the last 3 days. But today it's like doing better. So, I've still took medicine before we streamed though, just hopefully heading it off of the past. But yes. Hello for the few people that just popped in. We are unfortunately going to be ending the play through for today. You can go back and rewatch this. The VOD is going to stay up on my channel. This was the remastered version of You and Him that literally just dropped last night. So we're replaying it from the beginning to see all the differences and the new artwork, and it's been so nice. I am really enjoying it. But it is too long to do in one stream, so we might possibly stream tomorrow, so please check it out then. And also, please consider becoming a channel member if you want to see videos earlier, because I post a new video up on the channel every other day. And if you are a channel member, you get access to members only stream, um, custom emotes, and also you get to see videos a little bit earlier than everyone else. And on my Patreon, yes, I am plugging because normally I don't plug. I'm very bad at this. But on my Patreon, you get a spicy video every month, and there's also a tier to get a sticker sent to you that's either themed after me or themed after games we've been playing. Like last month was a John Doe sticker, and this month, I haven't posted it up yet, this month is going to be Michael from Mushroom Oasis. And yeah, the more Patreons we get to a certain amount of Patreons, I will actually up how many videos I post per month over there. So right now we're only getting one spicy video a month. I say spicy because they are more adult Let's Plays, but not all of them will contain spice. Yes, please join. I'm lonely. Yes, Ohilia is both a channel member and a Patreon. Ohilia is a fantastic person. I am very, very happy for Ohilia. Um, but yes, please consider that. And also, I am always up for recommendations, but it has to be where we can be a gender neutral character or we can play as a guy, because I do not play games unless there's something really special about the game. I do not play games that are female themed, because this is a boys love channel. Boys love yandere, horror, yeah. But yes. Alrighty. I'm gonna go because I will just sit here and keep talking forever if I can, because I love talking to you guys. This is my socialization of the week. The rest of the week, I sit here and talk to my cat. No joke. Actually, I have 3 cats, so I talk to 3 of the kitties, and they just push me in the face with their paw and run away from me because, yeah, they're done with my antics. Anyway, possibly I will see you guys tomorrow. I can't believe it made you play I made you play Married in Red. I'm grateful. Yes, that was during one of the member stream, which I will bend the rules a little bit for member stream. Which we are going to have another one soon. I've kind of been just sidelined. And me! Yes! And Peridot! Yes, I am grateful for Peridot as well. Peridot normally shows up in, the Sims stream for sure. Bye-bye! Bye-bye, Peridot! Alrighty. Maybe I should need to just have a stream where I can just talk the whole time. Because I am sure I would not run out of things to say.